Well, thank you for joining us today on the Dr. Todd Show. I am going to be the guest host, and I'm going to be interviewing Dr. Todd. I just want to talk to Dr. Todd a little bit about cold laser therapy. Now, I know when I was getting into cold laser therapy, I was just bombarded with all kinds of information, conflicting information on cold lasers, and there's class 1s, class 3s, 3As, Bs, class 4s, and the price ranges, anywhere from a few $100s all the way up to, I think one was like $25,000.
40,000 plus.
Oh, 40,000 plus. So yeah, there's a lot of confusion in this area. I know I struggled for years trying to learn about cold lasers. I've even taken a couple of courses at the university about it, and it wasn't until I met you and really kind of got into your head and got a really good understanding of how to utilize and apply these cold laser therapies in a clinical setting that I really start to gain confidence in their use. So
glad that I could help, Dr. Reed.
Okay, well, can you just kind of just give us some background maybe on how you got started in the consulting business?
Well, Dr. Reed, I got started in the cold laser consulting business because, as you said, there's a lot of information out there as it pertains to cold laser therapy. There's also even more misinformation out there. A lot of manufacturers will lie to sell a laser, and most of them will lie, and they will basically tell you, doctor, this is the only laser you'll ever need, and I'm here to tell you that's a bunch of BS. I wouldn't have several lasers if that was the case.
Right, and I was confronted with this as well, and
yeah.
That is what really made me shy into moving into this area.
True, and so my thing with the cold lasers is this is a passion to me. I've been studying cold lasers for 10 years. I've been utilizing cold lasers for 9 years in my practice, where I've helped over 1,000 people with cold laser therapy. And it's something that I just realized, I am very knowledgeable about this. It's something where I would get Facebook messages from people I haven't even met. And I guess the final straw was in November of 2011. I got a Facebook message from a lady that I met on a cold laser therapy board. And she said, I bought this laser. This company came in from Europe, and they had a seminar in Canada where she practiced. And they sold her this $40,000 laser, which she had like 6 years of payments left on, and she didn't even know how to use the thing. And then she gave me the specs on the laser, and I went through and told her what it did and what it was capable of. It was a laser that penetrates like 2 centimeters deep. I mean, so she could have got a comparable laser to that for about $2,000. So she basically got conned.
Right.
And so she was pretty upset about it, and I'm like, man, I wish there was someone to kind of guide these people in the right direction to save them money. So my wife said, you were the guy to do that. And so I thought about, well, geez, I guess I am. So my goal is to help, save a cold laser consulting client at least $10,000 on a cold laser purchase. Because I've got docs that are using a little $1,300 laser that penetrates 5 centimeters deep, but if they know how to use it, they're having impressive results with it.
Right, and that is one of the lasers that I received from you and got your guidance on the proper use, and I'm getting results.
Exactly.
From a $1,300 laser.
Yeah, exactly. So I had a Facebook question from someone the other day, Dr. C in New York, and she said, I heard that you had to spend at least 10 grand to have a good laser. And so how could I believe that someone could get results from a $1,300 laser? It's like, well, I see it with my own eyes, and I've got other docs or my clients that are basically sending me emails and Facebook messages about, how they drastically improved this plantar fasciitis or this tennis elbow, and that's all they're using. It's a $1,300 laser. Not that that's a perfect laser for everyone, but for these docs that had a limited budget, that's what we start with. So.
Well, I understand it all boils down to wavelength and power. Is that
Yeah,
right?
it really has to do with, we've got to get the right wavelength of laser light, photons, to the target tissues. And we got to have enough power behind those laser light photons to be able to drive them to the target tissue. So we need the right wavelength and the right power to drive those photons into the target tissues.
Right.
So if we've got a 2 centimeter depth of penetration laser and we need to penetrate 5 centimeters to get to the target tissue, we're not going to get the results. That's kind of how that works. So that's one of the services that I offer, is to basically talk to the doctor, find out what they need, what kind of conditions do they treat in their office, what do they specialize in, and then guide them to the right laser or lasers that are going to help them to do the job. Because my job is to show them how to hit a home run out of the park about every time. 85% of the patients in my office that are getting cold laser therapy will feel better within 3 to 4 hours of the first treatment. So there's no coming in 3 or 4 weeks and then we haven't seen a result yet. That's not happening.
Okay,
85% of the people, they're going to know within 4 hours that it's worked.
Uh-huh. And I think that was one of my challenges once I received the laser is how do I use this in a clinical setting? Because again, going back to some of the research that I had done prior, some people said that, oh, you only need one visit, and you'll get phenomenal results. Or you're going to need many visits, and some equipment was found out later to be completely useless.
True.
It's just an LED. There's no laser light being emitted at all.
Yeah, so there's a lot of misinformation out there, and so I'm basically the guy that cuts through all the BS, and which some people call me the no BS cold laser therapy guy, and that's pretty much what I am.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to share a testimonial that I got over a private Facebook message yesterday. This is from one of my consulting clients, Dr. Reed, in Ontario, Canada.
Okay.
And she is a chiropractor. She said, "Hi, Dr. Todd. I'm really happy to report that the patient I was working on with the shoulder injury, which was very chronic, is able to do a lot of the exercises he could not do before. He is pain-free. He is a personal trainer at my gym. So this means even more to me because he will have good things to say about me and cold laser therapy. So thank you very much." And so just stuff like that is exciting, that not only do I get to help people in my little town of 3,600 people in Burton, Illinois, in the middle of the cornfields, but now I get to help people throughout the U.S. and Canada as well as a cold laser consultant. So that's pretty cool.
That's excellent. That's good news. Well, keep fighting the good fight.
I will.
Bring that information to us.
Thank you. I will plan to keep fighting the good fight, and I will say, let there be light.
Okay. Thank you.